Welcome, beloved friends, and especially to you, the ones whose palms bear the sacred signs of destiny, the crescent moon, and the letter M. If you've been drawn here today, know this is no coincidence. God is speaking directly to you, announcing days of profound blessing, revelation, and transformation. If this message resonates with the depth of your soul, please subscribe now and join our community of chosen ones. Hit the bell so you never miss a divine update. Together, we will walk through these appointed times hand in hand. Let us begin. The significance of your divine markings. Your palms tell a story written in the language of the Creator. The crescent moon etched upon your life is an invitation to move in harmony with God's rhythms. In ancient Israel, the lunar cycle governed feast days and holy convocations. Each new moon signaled a fresh beginning, a chance to renew vows before the Lord. Likewise, the crescent on your palm signifies that God has appointed seasons in which He will speak, guide, and unveil mysteries to you. The letter M, gracefully formed by the intersection of your major palm lines, carries its own sacred weight. Beyond mere lines in the skin, this M has been recognized in mystical traditions as a mark of majesty and mission. In Christian symbolism, it recalls the Magnificat, the song of Mary, who magnified the Lord with a humble heart. Your M speaks a destiny to magnify God's name through your life, to lead others into the light. When these two signs converge on your palm, the lunar symbol of cycles and renewal alongside the M of majestic mission, you bear proof that you are called beyond the ordinary. The Creator has marked you for an extraordinary unfolding of His plan, the appointed days ahead. God's calendar is not hidden. His word tells us that He has set times and seasons, Acts 1:7, and that everything under heaven has its moment, Ecclesiastes 3:1. Today we unveil three pillars of divine timing, written especially for you. First, the divine illumination that will burst forth in the quiet hours of the solstice crescent. Imagine the longest day of light meeting the subtle curve of a new moon, God's two witnesses testifying that He is both your unending light and your perfect guide. On that appointed day, expect dreams filled with clear visions, sudden insights into long-standing questions, and a fresh ignition of spiritual gifts lying dormant in your spirit. Second, a season of restoration will sweep over you as the earth turns toward the autumn equinox. Like the fall of dry leaves giving way to new growth, God will remove what has hindered your steps. Relationships once broken will find healing balm. Doors shut to your dreams will open wide. The joy of the Lord, which is your strength, will return with an irrepressible force. Finally, the threshold of the new year will be more than a mere calendar flip. It will be a moment when heaven and earth converge to seal the promises God has spoken over your life. In that sacred midnight hour, you will sense His seal placed upon your spirit, an unbreakable assurance that every vow He declares is anchored in eternity. Living in divine rhythm to walk these days fully prepared, cultivate habits that synchronize your heart with heaven's heartbeat. Each dawn, before the world demands your attention, trace the crescent on your soul through silent prayer. Speak aloud your gratitude for small mercies and great wonders alike. Let your first breath be an act of worship, reminding you that, in your light we see light. Psalm 36:9. As the moon waxes and wanes, let its phases remind you to adjust your spiritual posture. When it is full, bask in the fullness of God's presence. When it is new, enter the silence and listen. Your life will follow these sacred cycles as surely as the tides answer the moon's call. Throughout each month, mark the 1st and 15th days for intentional fasting, not out of duty, but as a sacred pause. Remove the noise, even if just for a sunrise or a sunset, and let your spirit recalibrate. During these fasts, ask God to illuminate the next steps of your journey. Record every whisper, every color-drenched image that flits through your mind. These are not mere thoughts. They are the Master's directions. Embracing transformation. Transformation is more than change. It is a rebirth. The chosen ones whose palms bear these markings have been invited into the heart of God's workshop, where old patterns are melted down and recast in the brilliance of His purpose. Expect discomfort when God refines you. Fire always scorches before it illuminates. Yet remember, gold is not purified in cool waters, but in fierce flames. You may have walked seasons of waiting, of wondering whether your destiny would ever unfold. In those moments, hold fast to the promise that the crescent moon remembers no shadows it has not pierced. Your darkness is not a verdict. It is a canvas for God's glory to shine. Every tear you have shed is the prelude to a testimony that will inspire multitudes. When restoration arrives, it will not be a gentle nudge, but a triumphant tide lifting every area of your life. Doors of opportunity that once seemed locked will swing open. Talents you stowed away for fear of failure will burst onto the stage. Gifts of healing, of prophecy, of wisdom will flow through you like a river brimming its banks. Walking in authority and grace, being marked by God, carries both privilege and responsibility. Some will mistake your anointing for arrogance. Let your heart be anchored in humility. Jesus washed the disciples' feet, showing that the greatest among us is the one who serves. Your M is not a badge of superiority. It is a symbol of servanthood spun in gold thread. Speak only as the Spirit leads. When interceding for loved ones, let compassion rise in your voice before power. When standing against injustice, let mercy temper your might. The crescent moon reminds you that the same God who lights your way also commands the stars. Your authority is cosmic in scope but tempered in love. Refuse to wield your gift for personal gain. Every word you declare, every decree you utter, should echo the heart of the Father. Let the testimonies that follow you be of kindness transformed into courage, of whispered prayers turned into roaring breakthroughs. Community of the chosen. No chosen one walks alone. In every generation, God raises a remnant, those who bear His marks and carry His flame. Seek them out. You may find them in a cafe, in a church pew, or within an online community like ours. Share your breakthroughs, your visions, your questions. Together, you form a constellation of faith, each star contributing to the glory of the night sky. As these appointed days approach, organize gatherings at home or online. Begin with worship, then move into a time of prophetic sharing. Invite testimonies of past divine encounters. Let everyone trace the shape of the M on their palms and speak aloud their hopes for the days ahead. This communal affirmation establishes a kingdom atmosphere that heaven eagerly responds to, overcoming trials with eternal perspective. Marked ones will face trials. The world often resists what bears God's signature. Yet every hardship is a corridor leading you deeper into the Father's embrace. When sickness shadows your body, call upon the name above all names. When relationships fracture, hold your ground in prayer until every fragment is restored. Keep your eyes fixed beyond temporary storms. The Apostle Paul proclaimed that present sufferings are not worth comparing to the glory to come. Let that truth echo in your bones when doubts assail you. Your palms bear the marks of what Christ did on the cross. His wounds became your healing. His travail became your triumph. Prophetic dreams and visions. In the days to come, many chosen ones will awaken from sleep with visions. Some will see flickers of light coalescing into landscapes of promise. Others will hear words of knowledge or psalms composed by the Spirit Himself. Treasure these moments. Write them down immediately. Do not judge or dismiss them. Every vision is a breadcrumb on the path God is carting out before you. Share your dreams with trustworthy companions in faith. Agree together on interpretations. Often God speaks through layered symbols, like the moon, the water, the mountain, each element pointing you toward the next step. Preparing your heart and home. Cleanse not only your spirit, but also your surroundings. Remove any idols or distractions that clutter your home. Dedicate a corner as a prayer sanctuary, draped in white cloth, with a candle you light each morning and evening. Anoint the walls with oil as an act of invitation. Lord, let your presence dwell here. Host a gathering for the day of illumination. Invite friends, neighbors, family. Start at sunset, read aloud prophetic scriptures about light conquering darkness. Then wait together in silence as the moon first appears. When it rises, declare His word over every attendee and every household represented. Testimonies of faith realized. Consider Sophia, whose palm bore a faint but discernible M. For years, she battled insecurity. Then, on the night of the solstice crescent, she dreamed of a river of light flowing from her hands. At dawn, she felt compelled to start a ministry feeding the homeless. Today, hundreds a month receive both physical nourishment and spiritual hope because she said, yes. Remember James, who watched his marriage unravel under pressure. During the autumn equinox restoration season, he and his wife gathered to pray amid falling leaves. Within days, old wounds were forgiven, and their love reignited. Their story spread through their community, bringing others back to reconciliation. The ongoing invitation. Even after these appointed days, God's calendar does not close. He will continue unveiling fresh seasons, each with its own character, whether of celebration, training, or deeper intimacy. Keep seeking Him as seekers who dig, and do not despise small beginnings. Let every new moon draw you into deeper listening. Let every full moon remind you of His fullness in your life. Keep your palm open as an altar for heaven's writings. Let each sunrise be a fresh offertory of your heart. Chosen ones, your journey is an unfolding epic authored by the King of Kings. These days I've shared are not mere dates on a secular calendar. They are portals to new levels of destiny, designed just for you. Walk through them with expectation, stand firm in faith, love without reserve, serve with humility. If you haven't already, subscribe and ring the bell. Invite others who bear these sacred signs. Together, let us ignite a movement of hearts awakened to God's perfect timing. May your palms always remind you of who you are and whose you are. Until we meet again under heaven's appointed signs, walk in His light, and know that you are deeply, eternally, and irrevocably chosen.